Tell me about yourself.
Hi, my name is William Richards. I'm currently a sophomore at Temple University studying marketing in the Fox School of Business. I'm also a member of the American Marketing Association in the Professional Development Committee. Part of my duty in this committee is to go out into the Philadelphia area and try to recruit businessmen and women to come out to talk to the association about their marketing strategies. I think this has been really crucial to my development as a professional in order to go out and expand my network and talk to people that I wouldn't typically have a chance to talk to. It's definitely important in the business world to be able to talk to whoever you encounter because you don't know who's going to be a client, who's going to be someone else that you really have to do business with. You have to be able to talk to everyone that you see. I think I'm a really hard worker and a very good leader. I was able to win the hardest working and most improved awards on my lacrosse team my sophomore year, and I was able to actually become a captain of my lacrosse team. I also won an award on my football team for academic success. I think that really shows my strength in being able to work with different things at one time. I was able to focus on football, but also achieve academic success as well. That's important in the business world because every day you're going to be doing different things. You're going to be working with different people, and it's important to be able to work with different things at one time so that you're not becoming overwhelmed. I think that that's really important in the business world, and that's something that you're not going to be able to do without. I really also have strong morals. In the Wall Street Journal the other day, I saw these articles that are huge right now about General Petraeus in the CIA. He was the director of the CIA until he was forced to resign. He got in trouble for these affairs, and I think it's really important to do the right thing all of the time when you're in public and when you're out of public, out of the public eye. I think that you have to do the right thing. I saw a quote the other day saying that character is doing the right thing when nobody's looking, and I really believe that because you have to do the right thing knowing that you're doing the right thing all the time. You don't do the right thing just to look like you're doing the right thing. You do the right thing because you know you're doing the right thing, and I think that's really describes who I am.
Tell me about a significant accomplishment in your life.
I think I've had a couple significant accomplishments throughout my life, most significantly through sporting in my high school career. My biggest accomplishment, I would say, would be through my lacrosse team. I was able to become a captain the senior year, and more importantly, I think, was that we were able to go from becoming a club sport in my freshman year to becoming a school sport my senior year. We were able to go from having no respect throughout the district from the fans' point of view or the district officials' point of view, but by the end, we were able to come together as a team and show them why we should be a school sport. And I think personally, I had huge success in lacrosse um, in my growth. I was never the best lacrosse player. I started off my freshman year as a really not very good player, but it was okay because the whole team was bad because it was our first year. So I mean, it's kind of funny that the whole team was bad, but that's just the way it is. It was a reality. It was our first year as a program, and I was starting just because I was a starter on the team just because nobody else was very good, which wasn't really a fair assessment of my skills. The next year, a bunch of players came up from the middle school that had been playing for a couple of years, and I was quickly shoved to the bottom line of the junior varsity team, which is a huge blow to my confidence. However, I saw two options from there. I could either improve and work harder, or I could just give up. And I wasn't going to give up. So I worked 100 times harder than any other player on that team. And I improved my stick skills. I improved just my entire work ethic. And in the weight room, I worked harder. I was always a hard worker, but I really made sure that I was able to move up those ranks. And 3 weeks later, I was the starting midfielder for the team. So I really saw the importance of hard work there. And I think I used that, along with my transformational leadership skills, my senior year as captain, to talk to different players using individualized consideration. I made a point to talk to younger players that may not have been as good, and I would tell them, you can really go two ways. You can stop playing, which I don't want you. I don't want to see you do that, and I don't think you want to do that. So I would suggest to them that they should work harder in the weight room and took practices more seriously, and then I let them know that there was a way that they could move up on that team. I thought it was really important to talk to everybody on the team and let them know that there was a place for them on the team. And I think that's something that is really important in a leader, showing people where they're able to fit in on a team. And I think that's definitely being a captain of the lacrosse team and being able to make that a school sport was a huge accomplishment in my life.
Tell me about something you've learned in class.
I've learned quite a few things through class about business strategy, looking at other companies, marketing strategies, or business strategies in general. But I think the most important thing that I've learned is how to be a good leader, but more importantly, how to be a good follower. I learned this through the group project that we did, choosing a musician that we thought would be successful for the next couple of generations. We all kind of came together with different ideas, and it was kind of hard to organize things. But one kid really stepped up above and beyond and organized things, got us breakout rooms, got us a camera, did a lot of editing, and I really noticed that that's what it takes to be a good leader. We all had different ideas, but he was able to kind of moderate the whole thing. And a good leader doesn't just delegate, delegate, delegate. He talks to everybody on the team and has them communicate with each other, communicate with him. And I think that's something that I've really realized through this group project, that you have to all communicate together. Teamwork is crucial if you're going to be successful in the business world. And I noticed that through the group project, we all had our different ideas, but we were able to finally come together and put together a really good final project that I thought really represented our musician very well. I've also learned a lot about staying informed. I think that's really crucial in the business world and just in life in general. I was never really well informed before this class, and reading the Wall Street Journal every day, I now know about everything. I mean, I would have known about the election anyway, but now I know about the fiscal cliff, which is coming up towards the end of the year. If nothing changes in terms of the fiscal cliff, we could be headed into a further depression, which would be absolutely catastrophic, especially considering that we're all going to be looking for jobs in the next couple of years. And the job market was terrible a couple years ago, and it could be even worse a few years ago if nothing changes in terms of the fiscal cliff, because the tax cuts are going to end, and all of a sudden there's going to be less disposable income for everybody, and we're going to all the businesses are going to suffer for that, and looking for a job is going to become more and more difficult. And I think that's something that's very important that I've learned through this class that will help me in the business world.